Hello, today is our quick presentation for the assignment. I'm Chonghua D.
I'm Johan Eric.
I'm Brian Sugento.
And I'm Chatul Sungpa.
Now I will talk about the first question, which is related to the management's role in IS security. The first one is assess risk and select risk response. In this case, IPM didn't do well because they chose a poor service provider which is content cannot provide safety environment for database. The second one is develop and communicate security plans, policies, and procedures. In this case, IPM doesn't have any emergency procedure and the employee doesn't know about that. And the second part is security was a priority for IPM. Yes, because no security, no safety, and he has to protect customers' information and creditors' interest, and they have to ensure the system is safe.
So, did the risk reduction measures work appropriately? I've identified 3 measures used: the firewall, emergency procedures, and log analysis. The firewall did not work properly because unauthorized access was not prevented as the DDoS attack stopped the server from working. Emergency procedures were kept in a binder which was out of date and which led to being ineffective during the attack. Log analysis. Log analysis was used, but it was stopped as it took up too much space. So recommend 3 internal controls. So user access control. User access control can be used to allow only people with access to access certain areas of the network. Chief Information Security Officer. This is the person who is in charge of the information security, and he will be making decisive decisions. Log analysis. Log analysis will allow us to find where the breach was made from and check it by checking the IP address, even who made the breach.
So next part, firstly, I want to talk about the disaster. Disaster is an unexpected things that could disrupt the business process, and there are 2 plans could help the company to overcome it. It is continuing planning and the disaster recovery plan. So BCP is a process of creating system of prevention and the recovery to deal with the potential disaster to companies. And the DRP is an act of alternative business process when company cannot be operated as normal. So the main difference between BCP and DRP is that BCP will works in the whole business system. So BCP is more flexible than DRP and very fast to recover the disaster, but it's very high cost and very time consuming. And DRP is lower cost and has a clear objective, but it doesn't pay more attention to prevent the disaster. So the reason why I recommend IPM to use BCP is that it is a growing business and they need a more flexible system to operate the business. And also, BCP could assume the action when the disaster happens.
So the reason that Hong Kong University suffered a data breach is because they lack of physical access control, which consists of good layout design of the building, which means that every person that enters or leaves the building must pass through a security control or reception desk. And there should be RFID badge for every employee, so that every employees have limited access, and they only have access in which they are responsible for. This is our examples. And the reason that Turkey suffered a data breach is because they have a lack of network access control that consists of border router and firewall. This control information that enters and leaves the company. And also they should have used multiple filtering devices such as the firewalls at different levels, firewalls in the main and the firewalls for every department so that they have more security. Thank you for listening.